You're looking at a serious problem at 30,000 feet. Jet fuel spraying out the wing of a huge passenger jet. Not a standard fuel dump, this is a big leak. It happened on a flight from Chicago to Tokyo last month, more than 300 people on board. A concerned passenger named Bartek Bakleda took this video and took action, first trying to alert a flight attendant.
When I initially hit the call button, she thought maybe I wanted something, and she said, "Sir, we're handing out drinks. I'll be right back with you."
He waited, realized this wasn't going to stop on its own, and got her attention again. This time, he says,
she took me very seriously. She listened to what I had to say. She took the camera, and she proceeded to go up front. And within minutes, I believe I think it was the first officer or the captain came down.
After the pilot surveyed the leak, he made a left turn somewhere over either the north-central U.S. or Canada and headed for San Francisco, where the plane landed safely. Bakleda calculated they were losing about 6,000 pounds of fuel an hour.
I decided to, hey, if the captain does not know this before we go oceanic, meaning once we fly over the ocean, that we're leaking and losing massive amount of fuel, this is going to be a bad day.
How'd he know all this? Bartek Bakleda happens to be an Air Force staff sergeant stationed at Kadena Air Base in Japan. He also happens to be a refueling specialist. Bakleda was reluctant to name the airline in question, but we were able to independently verify that it was a United Airlines flight. Contacted by CNN, a United spokesman issued a statement saying our captain was aware of the situation. Could this plane have run out of fuel? Looking at the flight path, from Chicago to Tokyo, it's over 6,000 miles. United tells us this plane was a 747-400, which holds about 372,000 pounds of fuel. If it leaked 6,000 pounds of fuel an hour, as Bakleda says it was, it would have only lost about 20% of its fuel over the entire, nearly 13-hour flight. A former NTSB official tells us the plane still would have had to divert because they have to have enough extra fuel to be able to divert anywhere in the Pacific or to circle at their destination. But United says this isn't an issue because the pilot was aware they were losing fuel and there's no way this plane would have continued over the Pacific. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.